The short version of this video is that I found a tablecloth in a charity shop and decided to turn it into a shirt. That's it. That's the short version. Okay. Stick around if you want the long version. Hello, welcome back. We are doing more clothing DIY. I'm finally actually sewing a thing from scratch. And I know I've done this before on this channel, once or twice. Only once or twice though, and I had a lot of help. This one I did almost entirely by myself. I still had backup, I still had competent friends around to check my work essentially, or answer questions when I got confused, but pretty much I did this one myself. So for a bit of backstory, I recently discovered that I'm allergic to plastic, and I've been cutting out all synthetic fibres from my wardrobe. So as time goes on, I'm cutting out the synthetic fibres, I'm wearing less and less plastic, I'm getting healthier and healthier and stronger, and I'm so unwilling to go back. There's so many clothes that I had that I thought I would be willing to suffer for, and as time goes on and as I get healthier and stronger and more comfortable, I'm just not willing to go back anymore. And eventually this has culminated in me realising that I'm going to have to sew my own clothes entirely, because I want to use cotton thread. Because even cotton clothing, you know, 100% cotton, 100% linen, 100% whatever, that have been manufactured elsewhere, all have polyester threads in them. And those threads are painful to begin with. Like, they're painful and they hurt, and you can feel the seams and it scratches, you know. But also cheap thread sheds. So you've got a 100% cotton shirt, but the stitching is painful, and the stitching is also shedding polyester thread, so every time you wash it, it's getting more and more coated in plastic fibres. This has been the journey I've been on for the last few months, just in discovery with clothing. And you can buy 100% cotton clothing that has cotton stitching, but it's expensive, and I haven't found anywhere that I can buy that doesn't cost loads of money to ship here. Really, the only place I found is based in America, so it costs a fortune anyway, and then getting it shipped here would double the price. But I could sew, or at least I'm learning to. I can sew, and I keep finding fabric that I like. I found this cotton tablecloth in a charity shop. It's striped and everything. And I decided just to go for it. A fully cotton shirt, top to toe, every part of it, even the stitching. So I'm using a pattern that I have used before. It's the one that appeared in a previous video where I made a white shroud dress thing. I used the same pattern because I thought if it's a pattern I've used before, then it'll go a little bit easier, right? And I think that's true. I think that I was right in assuming that, but I did still f up royally a couple of times. I had to get my friend who's competent in sewing to rearrange all the pattern pieces that I'd laid out on the fabric, because I haven't quite grasped yet how things are supposed to be laid out. I don't know, I've still got a bit of learning to do there, but that's okay. I had help with that. And then while I was sewing the thing, it fought me so much. I had bits that went on sideways, I had bits that like bunched up wrong. Cotton thread is quite tricky as well because it breaks quite easily and gets fluff tangled in the machine, and it takes it takes patience. You've got to work a little bit slower, I think, or at least that's what I ended up doing. It was a whole learning curve. In previous videos talking about sewing days and stuff, I've talked about how we get together, drink some wine, and do some drunk sewing. This time was definitely hungover sewing, because the day before we'd been doing all day D&D and drank a lot of wine, so it was hangover sewing. And I was so in the mood to make something comfortable. My whole life I've wanted clothes that look fancy but feel comfortable. No idea what subconscious process was telling me that. But So I made the white parts of the shirt out of an old pillowcase, just an old 100% cotton pillowcase, and the striped parts out of that tablecloth. And I used the grey mixed tone 100% cotton thread because it matches, and I thought that would be cool. This company that makes the grey thread also does rainbow ones, and I have a couple of spools of rainbow thread, and I've been repairing a lot of my clothes with that. So I have a lot of my clothes now are black and white, but they've been repaired or stitched together with rainbow thread, and I really, really like that aesthetic. I really enjoy it. But I thought this time I'd use the grey one to go with the stripes. Also, I'm breaking trends by just showing you the garment that is finished the whole video. I was going to get changed so that it would be a surprise, but I am so unwilling to take this shirt off because it is the most comfortable thing I've ever worn. Because I can't feel the seams. I can't feel them. It's like wearing water. I can't feel the stitching, and it doesn't pull and scratch, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Did you know clothes could be this comfortable? Because I didn't. I do still have a lot of learning to do regarding what different pattern pieces mean and what they are, because I ended up with some bits that I really didn't need, and then I had to sacrifice like some lining pieces to make the extra cuff, because I didn't realise that it said one of the pieces said to cut 4 of them instead of cut 2, and other pattern pieces said cut 2 and I only had 1, and little details like that are all things that I'm still learning, but we're getting there, and I think the end result turned out okay. It did take me all day, and I did need some help with it, but I did also make a wearable garment, and I do like how it looks. I'll show you it in a couple of different outfits. I also am using some leftover fabric for a little a matching necktie, so I can wear it all tied up if I want to, or just loose. I quite like it loose like this though. It's more me this way. You will see this shirt again soon in another video, or you might have already seen it, depending on the order I release these, because I wore it for a photo shoot, and I did a little behind the scenes of that photo shoot, so you'll see it in that video too. What else? What else? How are you guys doing? Let me know in a comment. What have you been up to this springtime? Now that I have sewn this and it turned out well, and it is the most comfortable thing I've ever worn, I've got the bug for it now. I really want to make more stuff, and I will probably film the process and then talk to you about it, and there'll be plenty more videos about me making my own clothes. Couldn't tell you when, and I don't know what we're going to make, but now that I know I can do it, especially because this pattern is quite complicated compared to what I'd initially planned to make, like in general, large scale. Obviously for this project I plan to use this pattern, but large scale, when I was thinking about making my own clothes, I was planning on making stuff that was a lot simpler and a lot more basic, because I figured, like, I'm a beginner, I don't really know what I'm doing, I should start with something simple. But this went really well, and now I'm full of undue confidence, and I'm going to keep trying to make more interesting things, and I'll keep bringing you along with me. So tell me what you guys have been up to. If any of you out there make your own clothes, what have you got any pro tips? Give me any tips that you wish you knew before you started. Patrons obviously have already seen pretty much everything. Support me on Patreon if you want to. There's artwork on there, there's early access to videos, there's behind the scenes stuff and updates on my actual real life. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I have no idea what else to say, so let's go enjoy the weather while it's nice. It's finally warm out there. Okay, look after yourselves, look after each other.